Hey friends, just a heads up. In this show, we touch on mental health and some other heavier topics. Nothing too intense, but we want you to take care of yourself and those who may be listening with you. Also, all opinions are our own and not affiliated with 21 Pilots in any way. Listen with care, and thanks for being here.
Putting on a podcast.
Woo! Welcome back to Clique Bait. It's
Hello.
Drag Path Day.
Welcome to the happy, positive, non-stinky side of the clique.
What do you mean? Do tell.
We keep it bright and happy because
Yes,
it's
we do.
scary in the world. We will be the light in your darkness.
That's deep.
Yeah.
We will be the pleasant scent in your stink.
Yeah. The clique is kind of stinky right now in some places.
Listen, the world's kind of stinky right now. It's a perfect
That's
timing to release a beautiful worship song like Drag Path
Sure.
with the world's strangest video.
Yeah, but it was good. Should we just get right into it?
Well, I mean, I think we should say welcome back or welcome
back
to.
or welcome to.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here and all those things. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode. And those of you that are going to Innings Festival in a couple days, hope to see you there. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We got some new stickers that maybe we'll hand out.
I
what
put them
else?
on socials so you can see what you're in for.
Yeah, what else is going on? Any updates to give? Anything like that?
No.
Oh, for our Apple users, they put out something about a new ability to have like a video podcast or something. So I'm going to look into that, and maybe we'll be on video, but we need to find a way to hide our faces. Maybe we should do stop motion rabbits for ourselves.
That would be pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah. I call the big fat one with the tiny glasses. I want him.
I want the one with the monocle.
Yeah.
Because monocles are just way cool. So, you probably gathered that as we're recording this, we waited till Tuesday for Drag Path to come out.
Yes.
The single version, which is not like the original. It's
no, not at all.
Scaled back. Not icy, but scaled back, if you will. Or isolated, I mean. You know what I mean. It's shorter and different. Some of the verses cut out, and it came with a music video, and we're here to talk about it because the comments were already flying in saying, you guys better talk about this. So here we are.
We had listeners immediately say, can you please explain this? Because I don't get it.
Which is, I think is hilarious, first of all, that they're relying on us to explain.
I know, right? Like, I know what I'm talking about.
Like life or anything to them. But hey, we appreciate the confidence.
We're going to try.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do here. We try.
All right. Well, let's get right into it because we have a packed show with the song deep dive later and all those things. But let's get into this video. All
right. Well, the music video was a complete mix of emotions for me because when I saw the thumbnail, I was like, what is this? And I also was kind of like with some of the other people and in hoping that maybe it was lore related and we were going to get a little bit more of the story. Yeah. So I was kind of like, I'm not so sure about this. And the first time I watched it, I was like, what? I think I looked at you like, I just don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Hit the pause button for a minute. Sure. Hit the pause button. We immediately, meaning you and I, both just immediately went into it's going to finish the story because we've been saying all along, and our son the other day was saying that this is the completion of the lore. And so
I have not been saying that.
Okay, well,
a lot of people on that side.
A lot of people have been saying that because they hear it similar to like coming right out of Intentions and all these things. I think we're desperately just reaching and trying to put this together.
Yeah.
But both of us immediately were like, oh my gosh, what's this going to have to do with the whole story? And will it? And is it going to close the loop? And blah, 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 blah. And it turns out we were really wrong.
Yeah, we were super, well, I don't know. I've got a couple connections, I think.
Oh, I think there's a lot of connections, but I was just, and this goes for most of the clique out there, the comments I've seen, very unexpected.
Right. Yeah. So the first time I watched it, I was like, I just don't even know how this fits at all. Like, not even a clue. I was shocked. I'm like, what does this even, what?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get it. So it took me till about 2 or 3 times before I was like, okay, I'm starting to understand this. I'm starting to get it, starting to piece it together. We immediately, you and I went into the like, what do the cards say? What does that picture look like? How many of the bunnies are there?
Which
Like,
I will add that this show, I think, has helped us get into that. Because in the past, we would just watch a video. At least I would. But
Right,
now I'm
sure.
like looking past
What
the
time is on the
images. And
clock?
I
How
had to
many-
watch it 3 times because I didn't even watch the video. I'm
Right.
looking beyond the video.
Yeah,
In the
right.
sky. And does the stars make a pattern? And all this nonsense that this band has ruined us for. Immediately started doing that. And then you walked away and looked up something and found that this video wasn't new or anything at all.
yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But basically, this video has been out for a little over 2 hours now. It's very fresh. We don't have Stolen Potential or Evie or anyone else to tell us what this video means. So I've got my little disjointed thoughts here. I'm hoping that I'm on the right path.
That's a good
if you
podcast name.
will.
Disjointed Thoughts.
Disjointed
I
thoughts.
like that. There should be a side, what do they call it? A spin-off of this show.
Yeah, that would be good.
Disjointed Thoughts with T.
With tea.
Yeah.
That's my life, actually. But anyway, so I'm going to give you, we are going to give you our thoughts on this. They might sound kind of crazy and weird because I was literally like, you know, that meme of the guy with all the red string all over the place and his hair's all crazy and he's like trying to make things connect.
Yeah.
I was trying to connect things and I like had an idea and I just couldn't make it happen. I think I did okay. But anyway,
Yeah,
we'll see.
I looked like that meme when Tyler was trying to figure out what stadiums they've played in before with all the numbers flashing in the code. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
I'm trying to figure out what Josh means when he folds his pizza and then he unfolds it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So much going on here.
Anyway, so first things first, like you just said, it's important to mention that the video was actually originally made in 2010 and it was called Out of a Forest. And it was Danish, I think. It was a Danish video.
Yes.
It was actually a senior project by the author that they did credit on the title screen, Tobias Gundorf. And I can't remember the third name.
It's like
Bosun?
Bosun,
Bosun? I think
something
it's
like
Bosun.
that. Yeah.
So he created this as a project. He actually used a different song in the original video, which I think also fits really well with the video. Mm-hmm. But it's a completely different idea and a completely different theme. So I think it's really cool that they were able to take this video, not make enormous changes at all, and still make it fit with Drag Path. I also just want to say for all the negative Nancys and Neds out there that just want to pick it apart and be mean, I really think it's amazing that this talented artist now is going to be relevant. Not that they weren't relevant before, but this has been out for years and no one knew about it until now.
Yeah.
And now we do. And this person finally gets his amazing work out in the open for everybody to see.
I put a little note here that it reminds me kind of like of blanket approval.
Right. So now
They've been working hard in a band and now it's almost like their way of giving back to the other artists out there that maybe have inspired them quietly.
Yeah. So now more people are going to get a chance to experience this artist's amazing work because of this. So I think that's fantastic. I also love that it's stop motion from 16 years ago that uses both animation and live action in this world of like computers and AI that we have now that just like generate things out of thin air.
Yes.
And I think that's the exact message that Tyler tries to send with his music. He uses his voice as an instrument sometimes. He uses, I mean, we watched Anis Rhymes with Hummus putting all these weird things on Josh's drums to make the sounds that they needed instead of just generating them on the computer, which is very easy to do. Our son does it all the time.
Right.
So it's like using what you have to create this beautiful art. I just think it's awesome.
I'd like to point out that Tobias Gundorf Bosun is what it is.
Yep.
When I looked immediately once I found out this was his video, had 440 followers on Instagram, and only Mark and Brandon Reich were following him. Who knows how long they had been following him. This is going a little slower than I expected, but 2 hours in, he's up to 674.
Nice.
So, the click shows up. I noticed there's someone at Clique Bait _pod that is following them.
Weird. So weird.
Yeah. So, I think that Like I said, I expected that to go a little faster, but I also think it's weird that he hasn't posted anything about it. Like, maybe he doesn't know? Of course he has to know.
No, he has to know because
right?
they put his name in there and asked to use it. So I'm sure he knows.
And all the views they get, I hope he gets money or something.
I'm sure he does.
For it, right? Yeah.
Well, they had to pay him to use it. So.
Well, and then I think you'll get royalties. And it's going to get, 1 billion views from all of us. I think we've already watched it 10 times. So.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Tobias.
Yes. Can we call you Toby? All right.
Not yet. Give it more than 2 hours.
Little more time. All right. So let's get into the video. Just a quick synopsis for maybe those of you that, I don't know, if you're living under a rock and you haven't seen it yet. Little young bunny, right?
Yeah.
In the forest.
Bad bunny, if you will.
Bad bunny.
Good timing for bunnies. Bunnies have been having a good week.
Bunnies are relevant again.
Bunnies are so relevant.
Anyway, so young bunny in a forest comes upon this beautiful, fanciful scene of lanterns.
Little Bunny Foo Foo.
Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest.
Yeah.
It's a fanciful scene of other bunnies, older bunnies, clearly, because they're fat and have glasses. So that means they're older.
Their teeth are longer. Longer in the tooth.
Yep. Gets to sit at the table with them. He seems very proud. He sees himself in the plate, the reflection, like, wow, I'm finally sitting here with these guys. The older bunnies open up a photo album and show the younger bunny, like, look, you're a baby in this picture, and kind of basically invite him into this little celebration of what we have come to find out is magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But what they don't realize is there's a wolf prowling and ready to ruin this lovely party that they have created, I guess. So, bunny running through the forest, trying to get away from the wolf who has already slaughtered his entire family. And he's miraculously saved by a disjointed hand that comes down and, I hope very gently, pulls his ears out of a hat.
Yeah, it was a very large hand, but it looked like it was very, very delicate with the grab. It was
weird because he picks him up really tiny and then he comes out really big. So that was kind of weird, but...
Yeah, that was weird. He shapeshifted in the portal of the hat, I guess.
But maybe in real life. I mean, I guess the world would have to be really tiny to be all in that little hat. So yeah, I guess that would make sense that once he comes out of the hat, he's in regular size, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was just a quick little synopsis of what the video was. So now let's take some time to look at the things that we noticed in the Drag Path music video. Okay. So first of all, it begins with a little snippet of city walls.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing that we both noticed.
And that was different from the original, obviously. There's no city walls in 2010, but...
Right. Well, there was no Drag Path either. So.
True, yeah. There was no 21 Pilots, really.
I mean, barely. Yes, there was, but... Okay. So I think this could mean that it's taking place between city walls and intentions, maybe? Before they actually breach the city walls? I don't know. Might be reaching on that one, but that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Maybe that's what they were trying to say.
Now, why do you say intentions?
Because intentions is the true ending of the album.
It's the true ending of the album, but it's not the ending of the lore. Tyler said that the lore ends with city walls, and intentions was just his way of dealing with what happens in that video.
Okay, well, either way, it's in between those two songs.
Okay.
Because city walls goes straight into intentions in the music video.
Yeah, I think they just played it for credits, but yeah, okay. Anyway.
But either way, regardless if it's the lore or not, it literally is right in between the two.
Yeah, okay.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not saying in the lore, I'm just saying literally it's between the two.
Yeah, okay. All right. Carry on. Well, literally Drag Path is after.
Literally Drag Path has nothing to do with the Rage.
True, because it doesn't say, although.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Fun fact. I noticed that the version on my phone says release date of September 12th, 2025, which is when Breach came out. So the song that was just dropped today, it says Drag Path - single 21 Pilots, September 12th, 2025. Very strange. So I think this song's been sitting around since then. Their shenanigans about we've been playing with it and finally decided to release it, I think is bullpucky. I think that's weird. It's been...
All right. Well, anyway.
I think it's supposed to be part of the album, and for some reason...
All right. Can we get back to this, please? All right. Anyway, it could also be a sign to us that it does, in fact, fit in with the lore, maybe. Maybe it's just their little like, hey, just a quick little flash. Like, yes, it does fit. I don't know. I think it's a way of trying to tie it into the lore. Clancy saying he's left this evidence of trauma he has endured for what's his name? Torchbearer. Sorry.
Yeah.
To find him again. This is TB on here, and my brain just wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, to find him again, like he knew he wasn't gonna, win in quotes, but that he understands his purpose. He knows what he's supposed to do. So it's like a quick little, in that little span of time, regardless if you believe intentions there or not, it's a quick little span of time where Clancy is saying, I know we're going to fail this, but I know I have to keep doing it anyway because I have a purpose. But here's all this evidence I've left for you that I did try. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's almost like a last goodbye to Torchbearer.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I know.
But, because like you had Paladin Strait that went into the contract that visually went into City Walls. But yet now we have the beginning of City Walls sound-wise, sonically, in the beginning of Drag Path. So is Drag Path between contract and City Walls? Like, what is going on here? I'm so confused.
I'm telling you, I think it's that moment when he like,
why do they keep doing this?
It's that moment of like, he opens his eyes and he's like, I'm not going to win. This isn't going to happen. That's why he doesn't take the jacket.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win this, but I know that I still have to see it through. Just like we talked about when we said, I still believe Clancy is Jesus. When we said Clancy was Jesus and Jesus says in the garden, like, I wish I didn't have to do this, but I do know that I have to.
Yeah.
And your will be done is basically what he says,
Here's a noodle bender for you. In going back to Clancy, the end of Navigating is in the beginning of next semester. Like, why do they keep doing this with their songs where there's a little piece in the beginning?
Because they're trying to show the continuity of the story.
Okay.
And I think it's a good nod at like, when you're battling with something, you don't just like make up a decision. It's a lot of back and forth. A lot of like, is this a good idea? I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah. Should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? Why would I want to do this when I could possibly do that instead? It's a lot of
they're showing it's a loop too. It's just it's an endless loop, like the end of Heavy Dirty Soul at the end of City Walls. It's just where we keep spinning.
Yeah.
Just spinning and spinning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we also noticed the logos on the title page, the title screen. So a lot of their songs, a lot of their music videos, although I went back and saw actually not as many as I thought, have like a little title page, right?
Yeah, it's like most of the lyric videos had them. The actual videos don't really have a lot.
For Breach, yes.
Yeah.
But like Trench, every video had them scaled and icy. I'm pretty sure most had them except I didn't see one on the outside, which was weird.
Yeah, which I thought that one definitely did.
And I swear Jumpsuit did, and I watched the video and it wasn't there. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I mean, it has it on the thumbnail, but when you watch the video, it doesn't appear.
Maybe it's at the end?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just didn't watch long enough. Maybe it's way in the middle. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of their lore videos, let's say it that way, a lot of their lore videos have a title screen that has the video, who directed it, logos.
Yeah, from the full-length album, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, right. So we did notice that in this particular video, there is a title screen that gave the, artist, as we talked about. But we also noticed that the Clancy logo and the Trench Continent medallion were the logos they chose to put on this music video. So I thought that was really interesting. And I actually kind of went down a, maybe pun intended, rabbit hole on this one. Thank you very much. I kind of feel like this is letting us know that this video is the property of the Banditos and Clancy. So like in Scaled and Icy, I told you it was just the Scaled and Icy logo because that was supposed to be propaganda that the bishops made him do. So of course they're only going to put that logo, right? And Clancy was just the Clancy logo. So I feel like this is like a collaboration of them together. All right, so how I think this video fits with the song. First, I think it's important to like understand what Drag Path is about. Like what's the, I guess, underlying message in Drag Path. And it's basically like we're leaving a path of our struggle and our trauma for others to follow so that they can find you in those moments when you need them. So like Solo Felina, for example, when we say, Celiphelina, I need your help, right?
Yeah.
But it's also as proof to ourself that we meet it through the darkest night, you know, like they say in the song, which is also like Truce and like all the other songs in their catalog.
Yeah.
Talk about making it through the night, right? So to me, this young bunny has been bred for magic, as we see in the video when they show him the picture of him as a baby, right? They're basically saying you've been in this world since you were a baby, right? And he has seen his family do this for generations, and he's ready to finally take his place with them. Like Clancy, he knows what his duty is. He knows his duty is to be a magic bunny, right?
Yeah.
What? You look.
No, my brain is spinning about like the beginning of the video about why it was like bright daylight.
Because it's happy. They're in good times.
But there's no bunnies present. Like we don't see anything. It's just it's like nature.
Oh, you mean like the nature?
Yeah. And then it had me thinking about like we made it through the darkest night, but then I remembered this video doesn't have anything to do with the song. We've just basically put the song over it. That nature part exists in the original video. So I'm just wondering what that, in the context of Tobias's original video, what that bright morning quickly transitioning into night was supposed to.
Well, I think it's just
symbolize,
nature,
you know?
right? I mean, bunnies aren't out in the daytime.
Yeah, I guess
So
you're right.
it's just showing another day's coming to an end, and it's nighttime now.
Where do all the bunnies go?
They sleep in their little bunny hole.
Bunnies are nocturnal?
Well, yeah, that's why they're out at night.
I thought they just went out at night because it was like safer, maybe. There's less hustle and bustle and cars and whatever and danger to them.
Why they're not.
Okay, fine. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
I mean, bunnies are out in
There's
the daytime.
some beautiful nature in the beginning of the video.
Right.
It means absolutely nothing.
Bunnies are out in the daytime, just like not a lot.
Okay.
And they're not just chilling out in the open. Anyway, so like I said, the bunny knows what his duty is. He has to be a magic bunny. But the wolf represents all those hardships that we never see coming. Those things that like, you know, sideline us, right? The way that we're sometimes naive to think that like our plans are the ones that are going to be honored when God is always the one that has a plan for us to begin with, right? So it's that time when we're like, oh yeah, things are going great. I'm doing what I want to do, but that's not necessarily our path. Okay. So the moon that we see, which we learned is actually the light coming from outside of the hat, is brightest right as the wolf is about to devour the rabbit, and it kind of scares the wolf away. Like the wolf kind of like cowers and runs, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the light of God scaring away the devil, scaring away that temptation that we find sometimes. Or you can also see it as Torchbearer and his light guiding Clancy, right?
You can also see it as the sun or daylight kind of scaring away the demons of the night, which Tyler obviously struggles with, as we've seen in all of his lyrics, really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's afraid of the dark. I think just everything in his head comes to life at night. And that keeps him up. He keeps himself up on purpose. And
quiet and there's not anything to distract you. And
yeah, poor guy just needs some sleep, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. So the light comes in and saves him from his darkest night, right? The hand turns out to be the magician. But when you think about it that way, it's continuing the cycle of the rabbit in magic, just as his family intended for him. It's not exactly the way that his family intended, like they're the magic in the piece, but he's still doing magic, as was his purpose. So like Clancy, it's not the same capacity, but the cycle has now begun again. He's now carrying on his family.
Yeah.
As a magic bunny, but just not the same. All right, so a little bit more about this cycle thing. And this is the thing that I don't know, you kept hearing me like getting so frustrated because I could feel it on the tip of my tongue of how this connected and how this became a cycle, but I just couldn't find one piece to close that circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just needed one more thing to just help really set that in motion, if you will. So many of the fans have mentioned that it goes along with death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. I'm not going to mention that it's a wolf, but whatever.
Still a canine, okay?
But anyway, yeah, so it is a heavy theme in this video. It's if that is the case, then it's another line drawn back to Heavy Dirty Soul, which City Walls ends with, but which also begins the lore story, which is now a cycle again. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
And if that wasn't enough, the video comes from 16 years ago when the band was just beginning. So that's another cycle. We're going back to the beginning of when they began
Yeah.
as a band. Okay. Then, of course, we have forest and trees
Yeah.
and all the other trees, things, and metaphors that we see in our.
We talked last
songs.
week about purple and blue and red and all that. And that's back to the beginning of when they were a band as well.
Yep.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. And when they had a heavy religious influence. Mm-hmm. Drag path, worship song. Hey.
I feel like we're getting told what we're doing.
Yeah, I like it.
Anytime.
That was a nice song.
Thank you.
I personally feel like, given the timing of the video and when it was made in 2010, like you said, when the boys began, I wonder if this video, because Tyler's artsy fartsy and probably watched it back then.
Maybe.
And he liked
sure it was
Donnie
Mark, to
Darko,
be
and
honest,
this looked
but
like
yeah.
Donnie Darko,
Sure.
kind of.
The rabbit. Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe this video inspired the lyrics.
Oh, maybe.
Because
possibility.
rabbits are inspired by headlights or a stick falling in the woods. Like, it's not just a dog. They're inspired by anything that scares them. This is a very specific reference, using the dog inspired by, or death inspires. How does it go? Death inspires me like a dog inspires. Using the dog as the inspiration, I think it's very specific, because how many dogs at night are out inspiring rabbits to run?
Ours. Every night.
Yeah, but or it could
They
be
go out in the
mean like
backyard and those bunnies go woo woo.
coyotes or wolves too. But I just think it's very specific when rabbits are scared of everything. So he could have said,
Sure.
"Death inspires me like I don't know."
Could have said hawk inspires a rabbit.
Yeah, it could have been anything. So I personally believe that, based on the timing here, that this video may have inspired, and that's why they're calling back to it now for that whole cycle.
Sure. Okay. I like it. All right. I want to talk about forest and trees for a minute, though, because I just mentioned forest and trees. I don't want to talk about the songs, but I want to talk about the idioms.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So there's a saying, and for those of you that are not English speaking, you may not understand what an idiom is. So let me really quickly, it's just a saying that we have. And I know other countries have them in their language as well. I just don't know what they're called in other languages, but they're sayings that we use as like a teachable moment, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Things that we.
I'm trying to think of one that might be common to people.
Well, like.
Didn't you already say one? You're not out of the woods yet?
I'm just about to.
Oh,
you
sorry.
Completely buried my lead.
All right. Well, we can edit that out.
Anyway.
I thought you said that already.
They're just sayings. He's rating cats and dogs.
Well, fine. Here, one I was going to say, you pull a rabbit out of your hat. That means you like.
Yeah. You had to trick up your sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another one.
There you
go.
So,
yeah. So anyway, in the English speaking world, there's a saying that says you don't see the forest for the trees, which means you're missing the bigger picture because you're too busy picking apart the little pieces, the little things that maybe necessarily don't matter, that there's like a bigger message there that you're missing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I don't, is this a little jab at the Clique? Because we like to do that. I don't know.
It should be.
But
especially lately.
But seriously, sometimes we focus on all those little things and the stressors in life, basically the things that like really, the little pebble in our shoe, so to speak, another idiom. And we miss all of the beauty around us, all of God's beauty that he's created.
Yeah.
So I think the message that he's trying to send us, those things that we don't take the time to see are what we're missing when we focus on the other things, right?
Yeah.
The things that aren't important.
Yeah.
It's important that we try to just take a moment in time just to be quiet for a minute and just listen for that message that he's trying to give us. Maybe it's in prayer, maybe it's in meditation, whatever it is that you do to calm yourself for just a moment and take that second to find him, right? Just like they're saying, can you find me?
Yeah.
So we need to find that time to see the forest, if you will. Okay.
I like it.
Also, I thought this was really cool, and I don't know if it fits or if I just made it fit. I don't know. But the original title is Out of a Forest. And it's in Danish. So I don't know if it's translated differently and it actually says this. I don't know. But there's also a saying in English that's out of the woods. And that means you've made it through something difficult. You have overcome something. Which sounds exactly like the theme of Drag Path to me.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I feel like that's too spot on to like not fit perfectly.
Yeah. You know what I want to know is the other imagery in the video. I'd love to know from Tobias or somebody what the chair with the lamp means, and the scissors in the trees and the pictures on the trees. Like, there's got to be more context to that, and having to do with his video. Like, why are they there?
I think
they must mean something.
I tried to find like an interview with him about it because it did actually win an award. I'm sorry.
It won a bunch of them. Yeah.
Oh, I thought just won one, but I forgot to write down what award it was, but I was hoping that there was like an interview with him, like talking about the process of it or what he was thinking. And I couldn't find anything. We honestly didn't have a lot of time because we were trying to make up show notes, but yeah, I would like to know. I honestly, after really watching it and knowing that this was already made years ago and has nothing to do with the song, really, I think it was just his way of showing that the rabbits live there. This is their life in this little hat. Forest hat. I don't know. Like, this is where their home is. So like the lamp in the chair, of course it would be there because, you know, we have lamps and chairs in our homes. So I think it was just his way. I don't know why there was like scissors sticking out of the tree. That was a little odd. Yeah. But like, of course you'd have pictures hanging up and, you know, there was chandeliers in the trees and things.
Grandfather clock and whatever. Yeah, it was weird.
It did say it was inspired by a work of literature. It didn't say which work of literature or what it was. So maybe there's something that talks about a enchanted forest with scissors in the tree. I don't know.
Peter Rabbit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So there could be something there that we don't know about. I don't know, but I think it was just a way of showing that the rabbits have a life there.
Yeah.
That they've created together. So,
what's your take on this? I've seen a few comments talking about how the dog is representing depression and it's coming and it kind of takes away the light of your childhood and maybe Tyler's light when he was a child. And then the thing that I kind of disagree with that I saw, I could feasibly put that together if that's where your headspace is at while you're watching. But I think that the part that was kind of weird to me was that when you get pulled out of the hat, it's like you're just pulled out to put on another show. And it's like the depression's still there. When you go back in the hat, the dog's going to be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Because the rabbit goes back in the hat at the end of the show. Ultimately, they don't show that, but in a magic show, the rabbit goes.
Maybe he puts him in a cage. I don't know.
Well, it goes somewhere, but it goes back into its metaphorical hat, where it lives.
No, and, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. That would be a deeper meaning is, that's a common message in their songs too, is that just putting on a show for everybody is not the right thing to do. You need to deal with it. Kind of like what we talked about in Bandito, I think a couple shows ago. Yeah. That taking the high road of just being like, oh, I'm just going to pretend like I'm cool.
Yeah.
Maybe isn't the way to go. I don't know. That's a good thought. And I saw a lot of people talking about that kind of same thing, that like, oh, the rabbit is getting his youth taken away or something. But I think it was just a metaphor for for us being naive to think that, like I said, our plan is the plan that's going to be followed.
Yeah, and like you
God
also
already
said,
has one, so it doesn't matter what we thought was going to be our path. It's already laid out.
But that was his path. That's what he was bred for in that family, that rabbit family. There's other rabbits out running around.
Right, but the rabbit family had like all these pictures of like, this is what we do, and this is what you're going to do. But the wolf came and changed all of that. Mm-hmm. So like I said, yes, he is magic essentially, but in a different way, in the way that God, the big hand that saved him, decided he needed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
That was a brilliant analysis. Great job. If you have some comments of your own, everyone, you go ahead and jump into our comments and let us know your thoughts, or slide into the DMs and tell us your thoughts on this video and whether we got it wrong or if you agree or whatever. Just tell us we're dumb. We don't care.
Yeah.
Get in there and start the dialogue, because everyone's going to have their own opinions. That's the beauty of this band, to
love it.
Take it in any way. Like I said, you could be in, it's like the moment you watch it, whatever headspace you're in is how you're going to interpret it.
Yeah.
And we're here to open your eyes to other interpretations, which hopefully we have done. Mm-hmm. All right, next.
All right. I think on that note, I just had a little message that I wanted to impart on people. First of all, I want our listeners and anyone who's just tuning in to know we try to keep things positive and happy because there's so much icky. So I personally, and I'm sure you are the same, want this to be an hour of nice time for you.
Yeah, an hour of power, baby.
In a very hectic and I'm sure stressful week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I try to keep it positive. So yes, I do. We are aware that there's lots of not great stuff going on. But just because I don't talk about it doesn't mean we don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to keep it happy. So we're keeping it happy over here.
Keeping it happy.
Keeping it happy. And I also want to make sure that before we start going a little crazy with accusations of things, that we get truth in there.
Yes.
And that's really all I want to say about it. Just please make sure that you have truth and not, this is what I heard.
Man, you're asking a lot.
I know.
You know why? Because not only do people like generally not do that, especially in today's society with all the socials and instant gratification, but this fan base lives on lore and myth. And
I know.
You're asking us to do the truth. Seems kind of weird.
But before you
but these are real lives, real people's
lives. These are real
lives.
people in real lives. And
so let's have the facts.
On both sides, they both deserve their truth told.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Please, before we go crazy and start spreading things, let's make sure that we are truthful.
And listen, I'm not involved as heavily with other bands or other things.
Right.
I don't know if this goes on in other fan bases, but in this one, it seems particularly like it stands out, and we're taking away from the beautiful art of the people that are most important to us by getting involved in this nonsense. So let's just not. Can we not?
Let's just be happy.
Like, there's been so much drama this past year and a half or so. Like, I want to move on and just enjoy this great gift we're getting because it's perishable. It's going to go away at some point.
Right.
And then we're all going to be kicking ourselves for the time we wasted on this juvenile nonsense.
Especially when we don't know whether it's true or not.
Right.
So,
right. And if it is true, then fine.
If it is true, sure.
It is what it is.
But tell away.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. Let's
Back
get
to the
happy
positivity.
again. Let's get happy again.
Yeah. Come on, get happy.
That's the wrong band.
Wait, who sings that song?
The Partridge Family.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyway, so we have TOP fans doing amazing things. And even though there is all this ickiness in the world, there are still really cool people out there. And Denise
like us.
From Rebel Red Creations is one of them. So I want to talk about her for a minute. It was another one of those chances I got to kind of do like a little mini interview with her. This was another Facebook Clique person that I love the Facebook Clique because I don't know if it's just that they're older, but they're like so kind and like willing to share as much as they possibly can, which I love.
You know what it is?
What?
It's the older, but also I think they have rules. If you start getting rude, you get kicked out or banned or shut down.
This was in like an instant message kind of thing.
Like on Twitter, there's no rules, man. Just go nuts and be mean. It's okay, you know?
So icky.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Denise was like super, super kind and she gave me this awesome story. So I want to tell you her story and I want to tell you why I even talked about Denise. But so she told me her teen son and her are the huge fans of 21 Pilots. And in October of 24, the family attended the Minneapolis Clancy show. And it was their 21st anniversary gift from her husband. How cool is that?
Very cool.
I mean, you have to celebrate your 21st anniversary at a 21 Pilot show.
Oh,
so
I'm listening.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Well, tell them to.
They better have a show.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it was a 21st anniversary gift from her husband, and it was her first pit show. Do you remember our first pit show?
Yeah.
It was
our first show.
Boston Clancy Night 1, right?
Well, we were in the pit a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about for our first show ever was in the pit for a little bit. So just like in our first pit show, her first trees experience was magical. You know, everyone's singing with you and people crying. It's just like magical. You know?
Yeah, Josh is sweating on you. It's incredibly magical.
Getting water poured all over you.
Just great.
Yeah. So all that lovely confetti floating slowly down on you, right? So about a month later, she had an idea to make laminated bookmarks from the confetti that she collected from the show. And so she cuts the confetti and then puts it all onto the laminating sheets. It kind of like makes this like floating effect like you get during the show, right? So the people told her that she should start selling them, and voila, that's how her little business was born. So she now also makes different kinds of keychains, ornaments, bracelets, and she says so many bookmarks.
Yeah.
So she also makes screen accurate Clancy cords because she actually does cosplay a lot, and Clancy is one of her favorites. And she decided to make a smaller version of the cords and created Clancy cord keychains that can also be used as bag charms, which is where I met Denise.
Ah,
because
okay.
of your lovely Valentine's present.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Your own special Clancy cord keychain
that I'm going to put as a bag tag.
that you're going to use as a bag tag.
Yeah.
So she also has added a Bandito bag charm, which is really cool. And then she has some more plans to keep coming up with some even more designs for the coming year. So I'm really excited to see those. She says that creating is so good for her mental health, and she's so thankful to all of her customers who have supported her business. And she left me with this message. She says, I'm so inspired by 21 Pilots in so many ways, and it's been an absolute gift to be able to pair my creativity with the music that means so much to me. Stay strong, live on, and power to the local dreamer. I love that. It's a cool little message.
Yes, I love that as well.
Yeah. So you can follow Denise at Rebel Ray 21. So that's Rebel REBEL _ Ray REY _ 21 and Rebel _ Red _ Creations on Instagram and just Rebel Red Creations on Facebook. So please follow her. Look at her. She's got some cool stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some fan interactions?
All the time.
I just have a few, so we'll go quick. But Annabelle says, lovely episode as always. Thank you, Annabelle. I would personally like to hear some of the wackiest fan theories you have come across before. That seems like it would be a zany episode, so we shall do that
Holy
when we
moly.
get through.
What does she mean, though? Like lore theories or... Oh, sorry.
Oh my.
That was my knee.
That was a wacky...
that did not feel good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it was just kind of painful.
Well, we shall, I don't know, we should get into those and find out what the wackiest ones are. Like, you know, I don't know, like Tyler's a lizard person or something. I have no idea. There's got to be some crazy stuff out there, crazy conspiracies. I think she's mentioning this based on the conspiracies that you went through from Anna B.
Oh, okay.
So I think she's wanting to, not that those were wacky, but there's probably some wacky ones out there that she'd like us to get into. Marco said he was listening to the episode at 4:30 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
because he had to be at work by 9, and he said it was so worth it though. So that's
Oh,
good to hear
all
that
right,
even
cool.
at 4:30 at the witching hour, it's good to listen to. He said, thanks for answering the Bandito question and for shouting out his top 10. He was very excited about that. Let's see here. Clancy's jumpsuit said that she's upset. She's upset with me a lot. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's okay.
But she said that it's because I didn't read her comment from last week. I'm sorry. I was trying to go quickly, you know?
Yeah, you know, sometimes we forget that we had comments too.
But then she said, could you please do that next week? You know what? I'm going to say no. I'm going to take the Tyler angle here and be like, no, I'm not. Because you know how he'll do that in an interview? Anyone have any questions? And can you answer this? And he goes, no, I can't. So I'm not. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'll do it another time, but I'm going to keep you hanging on. Okay.
All right.
Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, Nice to Greet Ya said, great episode. Love all the theories. I can't wait to go to the movie, and I'm almost done with my sweater. Always get excited to listen and have my name shouted out, but I haven't been shouted out lately, and it's been kind of sad. So nice to greet ya. Oh, nice to greet ya. Oh, nice to greet ya. Oh, nice to greet ya. It is nice to greet ya. Oh, nice to greet ya.
I like it.
There, I made up for all the missed shout outs. And it says, you have to do a drag path deep dive. It's funny, the video came out and then we got a bunch of comments on our last episode about doing drag paths. So
Didn't we already do drag path?
we did,
Maybe we should repost it.
we did a drag path deep dive, I think, on this song. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, we did when it came out, like originally.
But I think they were talking about the video. So maybe we'll do it again. Now that we have some context and some, how about this? Let's see if they play it live at any of our festivals, and then we will do a complete, we'll get into the video.
But
we'll
what
get
else
into
is
everything.
there to say?
I don't know.
I feel like we just
We'll figure
did
it out.
All right.
Sawyer says, Sal Splushtations, my favorite podcasters. Great episode as always. Personally love the Super Bowl halftime show, and we are breaking it down in Spanish class right now. That's pretty cool. It just said mucho novia. That means a lot of girlfriends, I think. I don't know what else it said.
Sure.
But
I don't know.
something about a selfie and say cheese.
Oh,
so much
right.
crazy stuff this week. Not only is Raw Fear live at the Bellwether back on Spotify, not only did Blanket Approval release a new single, but Drag Path officially released an MV tomorrow. OMG. Can't wait. And then followed that up with a comment just an hour ago. Whoa. In all caps. Whoa. Just watched Drag Path music video, and although seeing claymation rabbits when I was truthfully expecting lore, or at least to see the boys, was a bit of a shock to the system, I loved it so much. The new edit of Drag Path is really different. Not bad, but a lot is left out, and I definitely prefer the original. Me too. I'll go on record saying the original's better.
Sure.
Let's see what else. Also love how the entire video is a Heavy Dirty Soul reference.
There we go.
Sawyer gets it.
Yup.
Marper said 40. That's insane. Happy anniversary. 2-hour show. 40 episodes.
40 eps, yeah.
I can really see Josh on snowboard and Tyler as a figure skater in the black bodysuit and red stockings that he had after the show. That'd be a good Olympic outfit for Tyler.
That would be amazing.
Let's see here.
His little stocking feet sticking up the top of the bobsled.
Yeah, she said, sorry for the quite late comment. I had to study for a big exam in plant growing.
Oh.
What kind of class
Herbology, perhaps?
Herbology, or are we studying something else, Marper?
Hey, now, this is a family show.
It is a family show, but it's at the end of the day, it's a plant.
Sure.
So, and it has to be grown. And then Devin, 2 days ago, said, thank you guys for the shout out about my downstairs cover. I used the pentatonic scale or whatever key he was singing to figure out the notes and follow along. I've done the same thing with Tally, but I'm still working on it, so I haven't posted it yet. I think you talked about him.
Yeah,
right?
so good.
I have a formal request for a song deep dive. I'd love a deep dive on Akara Torch of Death if you haven't covered it already.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done some old ones recently.
Well, listen up, Devin. Go back and listen to all the episodes because you would know if we've covered it already, which we have not.
I forget what we've covered. That was rude.
Perhaps we will.
You forgot. You just had to ask me and I had to school
I did.
you.
Yeah, sorry. I've always been intrigued by how Tyler had sprinkles of the lore in their music far before the actual lore.
Okay, now I'm picturing a cupcake with little lore sprinkles.
Lore sprinkles, yeah.
I love it. That needs to be a sticker.
Lore sprinkles?
Yeah, any artists out there, make us a cupcake with lore sprinkles.
Yeah. So that's what I got this week for listener interactions.
They could be like little logo sprinkles on the cupcake.
Ooh, yeah, little lore sprinkles.
All right, done. I would like to say thank you to all of those people who did not care about my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
On
Happy
social
birthday.
media last Saturday. So thank you very much for all of those of you that didn't care and for those of you that did care. I appreciate that. I also would like to shout out Katie on Instagram because she blew my mind today. First of all, it's super cute. Her 2-year-old calls Clancy Kitty because of the ears on the mask, which I thought was adorable.
Yeah, I do like that.
But it got her thinking about the 9 lives that cats have and wondered if that was like a coincidence.
Ooh, 9.
And it totally
number 9
blew my mind because I'm thinking cats, 9 lives, 9 bishops. Like, mind is blown.
Yeah.
But she kind of like tied it into maybe that's how many like versions of Clancy we've had, kind of a thing. Maybe each one of them is a bishop, like the 9 lives of the cat. I don't know. Crazy stuff, but it totally blew my mind. So I just wanted to shout her out for sharing that theory with us and her adorable 2-year-old calling Clancy Kitty, which just made me smile and made me happy.
Thank you for blowing our mind.
Yes, thank you very much. Woo! And we have our list of people who know who we really are is getting large. And
maybe it's time for a face reveal.
Maybe. And Jeremy is now in the club of people that know who we are. So Jeremy on Instagram knows who we are.
That's his username, Jeremy, @Jeremy?
No, I just say their name.
Oh, okay. How does he know who we are? How did he find out?
I'm not sure. He never told me how he found out.
That's what all the people that know, I want to know your origin story. I'm starting to think
like maybe we're not as slick and cool as we think we are.
Yeah, maybe I need to stop liking all the clickbait posts.
He promised that he would keep our secret.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Don't say anything controversial. Next thing you know, we'll be canceled and outed by these people.
Oh, this is cool. I'm not going to share it, but it's still really cool.
Okay.
Well, I guess I will.
Way to bury the lead.
Innings Festival just tweeted this out.
Oh.
They have a thing where you could change your lock screen and it'll put your information on in case you lose your phone.
Oh, that's dumb.
That's not dumb. That's really cool. And it's like really pretty.
I don't think that's really great. But anyway, thanks for sharing. And if you're going to Innings Festival, make sure you do
Change your lock screen.
It'll make Mrs. Clickbait very happy.
Shut up.
All right, are you ready?
Yes. We're the mom and dad. You got to drink your water. Make sure you keep your phone. Where's your phone?
Yeah. Make sure you have an emergency contact.
Yes. Come
Stay
on.
hydrated. Use sunscreen. Wear a hat.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't twerk to trees.
Don't twerk to trees.
We're there for all your tips and tricks and to keep you safe.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Moisturize, friends.
Moisturize. All right. Are you
Moving
ready?
on.
Speaking of moisture, are you ready to get wet?
Sure.
It's time for the song Deep Dive.
Go.
Today we're going to talk about the 12th track from Breach, the penultimate, if you will.
Ooh, nice.
That means
Good
second to
vocab.
last. Yeah.
Good vocab.
If I
lesson.
ever am in like a race or something and I finish second to last, I finished in penultimate. Thank you very much.
in the penultimate place.
It sounds very more official and nice than
yes.
second to last. But I believe there's something to where they place these songs. And
Isn't that no?
what?
What's the difference between that and the denouement?
The denouement. What does that even mean?
Isn't that the
Please look that up
second
because
to
that's
last
a
as well?
fancy word.
Denouement.
I might-
Continue. I'll look it up. While
I
we
might
talk.
name this episode denouement. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I feel like a lot of the songs on Breach, and I'd like your take on this, kind of sound like a cycle. Like almost every song is almost in a cycle, if you think about that. They
What do
kind of
you
go
mean?
in a circle. Like obviously robot voices, not really, but like a lot of them are talking about a cycle of like kind of life or lore or whatever. Like obviously City Walls is the cycle ending. And do you know what I mean? If you really look at the words.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I feel like Tally's
Sure.
a cycle. Like it starts out with, talking about losing my rank and title. And then at the end, he's like, I'm kind of pleading and saying, I let you down and let you die and all those things. We'll get into those lyrics in a minute, but it's like every song feels like it's a cycle on this. And so this being the penultimate cycle or toward the end of the album, which is the end of the lore cycle. What does denouement mean? You look like you want to tell me.
No, I was waiting for you to finish.
No, please go ahead.
So I was kind of on the right track. I knew it was toward the end of a story, but it is the purpose of it is to tie up the loose ends and provide the closure in a story.
Oh,
So
so that's intentions.
it comes right after the climax and in the falling action before the story's over. So
would that be intentions is the denouement?
no, intentions is the close.
Oh,
I would say,
what ties up the
God.
loose ends? City Walls?
yeah. Although I don't think anything ties up loose ends. We still have loose ends. Don't say it.
No, I won't. You knew I was going to. Though.
Yes, I did.
All right. Anyway, let's get back to my song. Jeez, we're talking
get
about
back to the song.
denouements. What
Sorry.
the denouement?
Denouement.
Is that French?
C or we? I said C.
And is what's penultimate's English?
Yeah.
What's the origin of the word? Can you use it in a sentence?
I am asking you to spell penultimate.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about the definition of tally, shall we?
Let's do it.
Tally as a word usually means like the word tally comes from the word stick, which you put notches
How
in a
does
stick.
tally come from stick?
I don't know. Ask the Greeks or the Latins. I don't know. But you put notches in a stick and your tally marks, right?
Sure.
Tally is to count or to count up something or to get to a total.
Tally those bananas.
Yeah. It's also used in slang as like tally ho. I don't know why.
Sure. Don't know why. But, and
then
British
it's-
fans, let us know. What does tally ho mean?
This is the one that I thought was interesting, that it's also meant like to agree. Like two agreeing parties have reached a tally. I don't know where that one comes from.
Weird. I've never used it.
In this
that way.
song, I'm pretty certain they're talking about counting.
Sure.
What do you think?
Agreed.
So-
Agreed.
Thank you. Tallied.
Yes.
Tally ho.
Tally ho.
On that, let's get into the lyrics, shall we?
Let's do it.
It starts with, I lost my rank and title.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
turned my back on it.
That was very whiny.
Those lyrics like struck me right away when I first heard this, because I immediately thought, and this is the angle I'm going to focus on primarily here, was that he's talking to someone. I think everybody assumed he's talking to Josh / Torchbearer. I thought he was talking
So
to
we're
God.
putting this in the lore.
No,
Okay.
I thought he was having a conversation with God immediately.
Okay.
And then we get into sold it all at a discount. Yeah. As someone who,
Yeah.
I guess this is going to sound bad, but as much as I'm religious and a very much faith-based person and believe in God and all that stuff, I'm also like too scientific for my own good sometimes. And I think about,
Logical?
like I think I often have this conversation with myself and question my belief and question whether,
Well,
what does it all mean? Is it all real? Is it fake? Is it a story? that we've all been brainwashed into. Like, I question those things. Okay. And I think Tyler has done that a lot in his life and throughout his career, sacrificed some things that he really believes in to progress his career.
Sure.
And the next things I wanted to progress things. I wanted my soul set free, lost it all at a discount. Yeah. I'll leave out the gas.
I was doing Josh's.
Oh, that's good. So let's read this again.
I was doing the drums. Sorry.
He's clearly he's talking about like losing his rank and title, whatever that is, whether that's a faith-based person or whether that's Clancy, whether that's a good husband, a good dad, who knows? Like I said before, any headspace you're in, I think this song's definitely about a relationship, and he's talking to how he has let someone down.
Sure.
You know, I'm choosing to focus this on God, but I also have some personal things in our relationship. I feel like that sometimes, where this really, really hits home, this song for me.
Okay.
And so, you know, I think him, by saying he wanted to progress things, he wanted to make it big. He did want to make it in the music world. Like, that's what he does, right? And so self-titled comes out, maybe doesn't land on some people. There's some heavy themes, some heavy religious things in there. Same with Vessel, still don't go big. And then Stressed Out comes out, and they kind of are tempted to shift anyway.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And that's where I think the sold it all at a discount. Like, I gave up on what I really was trying to do with my music to kind of make it more popular, because I wanted to make it big. I wanted to make this a career. He didn't quite want to sell out, and I don't think they did. But things got a little more, I'd say they got a little less from the devotional. You have to look a little harder. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. I don't feel that way. I feel like I see what you're saying. Yeah, you have to look a little harder. Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
So again, he's having a conversation with people, and he's having it with us. He's having it with God, whoever. It says, you and I both know that's how the story goes. We've seen it several times. How many times have people given up on their faith or given up on something they really believe in to pursue or try to accomplish something, try to make their own path? We talked about that last week a little bit.
Because life gets in the way and you'd rather do something else.
Yeah. And the path and following God's path and listening to God, talking to God kind of gets pushed to the back burner a little bit. Mm-hmm. There's another idiom, right? The back burner?
Sure.
Is that an idiom?
I don't
know. Anyway, there's two more yas. I'm not sure what the yas mean in this song.
I think they're just there for, yeah.
This is the part that really struck me as being like a talk with religion as well, because this is the same thing that I question. It's hard to know, is there a point at all, or should we cut the line? The line is that connection to our faith, that connection to God. Like, is this really like, what's the point of praying? What's the point of believing in this?
Yeah.
Especially if things are going wrong. I'm having depression, all those things. If you think about it in a like normal relationship sense, it's like, are all these things I'm trying to be romantic, trying to impress you, trying to bring you flowers. Is there a point? Mm-hmm. Or should we just forget it? You know? Mm-hmm. And I think if you're having trouble in a relationship or something is not quite working out, those are questions you're asking all the time. Those may be questions that he was asking of the fan base. Is there a point to all this music I'm writing, or should we just stop? Like, what are we doing? What impact are we making? Are we even making an impact?
Right.
So again, all these questions, which I think is a recurring theme here. Then it says, you want to tally. I think this is like God asking him, like, tell me how many times you've given up on me. So he's saying, you want to tally? I've lost the count. I can't even, it's been so many times that I lost count.
I think it could also be considered like, well, maybe not. Because I don't know if Christian religions do this, but like in our religion, we have confession, where we go and literally tally off all of the ways we've sinned. And then repent and ask for forgiveness for all of those things.
We also have the sacraments that you have kind of tally off, because you're supposed to accomplish
as many as you can.
As many as you can, yeah. So, yeah, it's a good question.
Possible.
The next line says, you want to love me, I'll let you down. It's like, I know this is what you want to do, but I'm just going to let you down. So why do you kind of keep doing this? Again, it's this back and forth conversation. But then he recognizes still, you believe in me somehow. And I think that really applies, again, to personal relationships with people. How many times do we let down our spouse or our family? How many times do you let down your kids, your job, whatever? You let people down all the time, and yet they still believe in you. They still give you another chance. They still let you back in, right? Mm-hmm. Well, God does the same thing. God doesn't give up on you unless you completely give up on him. So no matter how many times, no matter what the tally is, somehow you still believe in me, is what he's saying. And he doesn't quite understand why. And then he goes into kind of a reflection that when he replays it in his mind, he sees the heartbreak every time. But still, no matter how much he breaks God's heart, he still believes in him somehow. Like I said before, if you take this in the lore angle and think about Torchbearer, you think about Josh in real life. How many times has he let Josh down? He probably feels like, even though Josh is like cool and doesn't really seem to mind, Tyler probably feels like, because I feel this too with personal relationships, he probably feels like he's just failing Josh all the time because he doesn't have the confidence in himself, the confidence in his own music and his own ability to feel like he's making his partner happy, you know? So he's probably feeling like Josh is just disappointed all the time when Josh really isn't, but that's how he sees it, and he can't get around not seeing that. And same with Torchbearer in the whole story. Clancy's letting down Torchbearer quite a bit with the whole Dark Clancy thing. The multiple Clancys, we're letting him down. We're letting down the Banditos because we can't shake this and break the cycle. The next section says, I liken our fight to 2 lightning strikes strike on cue, like right when a storm hits, sight set, right set, circumstantial proof.
I can never do that. I can't get my mouth to switch those consonants that quickly.
Yeah. This part just means to me that like they're both strong opinion, like they both have strong opinions on what they believe. And so the lightning striking, like neither one's taking a softer approach. So they're both striking right on cue. Like I'm going to say this and it's going to be a lightning strike and it's going to hurt, you know? That's how I take this section. Then it says, you should go your way, I should go mine. Again, trying to convince him, like, let's just cut the line. Even though we both know we should just cut the line. Like we both are agreeing that you've given up on me. I've given up on you. Let's just forget it. Let's move on. Right? What's going on over there?
I was just checking a couple of things to make sure that when I give input, I'm correct.
I thought you weren't listening.
No, I'm listening.
Then it goes back into, you want to tally, I lost the count, you want to love me. It goes in that same refrain about how even though those things, like I'm saying we should just go our own way, you still love me no matter what. I say no matter what I do, you still believe in me. Then it switches to, I guess, what is this, the bridge?
Where you are asking the wrong person. I don't know about music. But yeah, it's what I would think.
Yeah. He starts to acknowledge that somehow I figured you were keeping track. And I think he's saying, I just figured you were keeping track of every time I let you down. I breached your trust. I let you die. I just figured you were keeping track. And, and then it ends with, you were keeping track. I think he's questioning, like, I thought you were. Why are you asking me to give you the tally? I forgot. I moved on. I thought you were keeping track. And then he recognizes, oh, crap, you were keeping track. You know, and you're holding me accountable now. That's how I see this section. Is that like off base, or is that,
No,
does that make sense?
See I see what you're saying.
Then it goes back into the chorus of, you want to tally, and says, still now you believe in me. I wanted to draw, and it ends with, you believe in me somehow. I don't know who Drew Folk is, but he's listed as a writer on this. And so I'd really be interested to know if he comes from like a worship song background. I tried to look him up and didn't find a lot, but I thought it was interesting the people that Tyler collaborated with on this album to get some of these sounds and these songs. The song musically has like a very, upbeat kind of feel. We said in the beginning, it sounds like a sports song.
Right.
Turns out Major League Baseball used it for some things. And so
There's a lot of things that used it. Yeah.
And I think it's funny that just based on how it sounds, and they're so good at doing this, and Riker Road says this a lot, and other people say it, that they have this peppy, upbeat song that's like, yeah, I'm going to go bite that tree and hit that home run, and I'm going to get it. But we're really talking about letting people down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're talking about using that song in a team sport like Major League Baseball, should we really be talking about letting people down?
I love that Riker Road is like, this is awesome, but I'm sad.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to draw.
No, actually, I think when it comes to the sports end of it, it's, yes, you do let your fans down a lot as a sports player.
But they still,
you try really hard, but you can only do what you can do. But they still are your fans. They die hard. There are people out there that it doesn't matter how many times or these teams win or lose. They're going to be a fan,
Wow, look at you.
So it's like, what?
That was you just had a light bulb go off for me. And like, you're not the sports fan in this dynamic
that's
duo.
kind of
So
what I
that's
was
pretty.
going to talk about when it was my turn.
No,
but
it's good, but I think in particular to baseball, and when they used this was during the playoffs. It's
Yeah.
extremely hard to get a playoff spot in baseball.
Yeah.
They're very limited, and once you get there, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Wild pitch could completely change the game, and so like this whole element of just keep believing is really a big part of baseball playoffs, unlike any other sport. So I really think that's it's very intuitive what you said there. I like that.
Yeah.
So again, I think this song means to me like a conversation with God, and
Sure.
how we've let it down. I think another close one to me is just personal relationships. But again, whatever headspace you're in, I think it can mean a lot to different people. I noticed a couple of ties, I think, to like backslide, for example, how he's under the water and he's feeling the pool. He has strength enough just to reach up, and he's asking for you to throw me the line. But in this, he's recognizing that maybe we should just cut that line. Like, forget it. Like,
Sure,
you threw
yeah.
it to me, and then but I still let you down again. So let's just cut it. Like, stop trying to save me. Stop working on me, because I'm just going to continue to let you down.
Mm-hmm.
So like that acknowledgement to me is kind of sad. Like, he knows God's always going to be there for him, but he's just exhausted of letting him down.
I don't know if it's even sad if you look at it like I try to do, is look at it in the positive way, is that he's trying not to take for granted that God will always be there. He's trying to say, like, I understand that you'll be there, but I still don't want to keep I don't want to keep taking that for granted. Like, I want to be better.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. My parents are always my parents and they love me no matter what, but like, I don't want to take advantage of them. I should still try to be a good daughter, not just go, well, I know they'll always do this for me, So I think that's more of what I try to look at as more of the positive in it, is that he knows that the line will always be thrown to him, but he's telling God, I see that I haven't done the best by you and I want to try.
Yeah. And then just one final thought. I noticed throughout Clancy and this album, there's like themes of water and drowning. Drag path, that you tried to
Sure.
drown me. Backslide, you're drowning under the water. The line that's thrown to him saves him. And then you're kind of, once it saves him in backslide, for example, it's raining, it's stormy. It's almost like cleansing him. But at the same time, this cleansing and bringing him back to reality, back to faith, ruins his creativity when it makes the bread soggy. Because in backslide,
Right, yeah.
Ned's breads I see as a symbolism of creativity. The water that's cleansing him and kind of bringing him back to where he should be is ruining the creativity. So I wonder if that's the battle that he's constantly facing, is that if I'm true to myself and I'm true to my faith, this creativity that I had to create this story and maybe how I kind of sold myself out a little bit for fame will go away. And then what am I? Who am I? I'm nothing. Because I think he's always constantly battling. Like, I like this rock star fame, but I also like being a worship musician, worship person. Someday they're just going to come together. And I think we're at that point now. Like, we keep saying what we're going to get. The
Sure,
fan base
yeah.
appreciates the religion. I think society appreciates it a little bit. And now they can go do it.
Sure. I think chlorine as well is a great example of what you were saying. You need to stay hydrated. You need water to live. But if it's got chlorine in it, which is, Ned represents the creativity. Sometimes it burns. Sometimes it's poison. So his writing process, his creativity sometimes is poisonous to him, but he needs it to continue working and doing what he wants to do. So
Yeah.
his beat is a chemical.
Yeah, it is.
I just gonna say really quickly, I actually, I know it's not right at all, but I see this as a sports song. From the moment I heard it, I was like, this is a sports song. And I couldn't unhear it when I was listening to the lyrics and hearing it. It's absolutely sports to me. Like, I feel like the first I lost my rank and title, I turned my back on it, sold it all at a discount, is like, it's the sports people that trade themselves to different teams, or I'm going to go to this team because this team's not giving me enough money. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my fame at a discount, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be a big fish in a small pond or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about, you tallying is keeping score, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So score keeping, and your fans are your fans. Like, there are some diehard fans out there. So it's like, you keep letting them down sometimes, but they'll still be there for you.
Yeah, and you might even like do some bad things and the fans are still there for you. Like the crime or whatever it is, people will still like believe in you no matter how bad you do things, up to a point, obviously.
Up to a point, yeah.
There's people that like either choke in the big moment or really do like bad things, like bad moral things, and the fans still believe in them.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. Besides the sports song, obviously I know it's not a sports song, but that's just always what I've heard when I've heard this song. I don't know if you remember, but when we first finally got the lyrics and we finally got all the songs, I said, I'm worried about his relationship. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
This feels like a relationship song to me. Like it feels like a song about a marriage or a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Not just I'm dating you, but like a legit committed, we've been together for years relationship.
Yeah, this is a fight put to music.
It's a fight in music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I actually made a joke about, there was a really funny, go back on my socials and find it, but there was a funny video of Josh giving an answer to a interview question, and Tyler like didn't like it, so they kind of jokingly argued with each other, and I was like, oh, origins of Tally, just a joke.
Yeah.
So to me, yes, it feels like a relationship song, and maybe it is Tyler and Josh, I don't know, but it felt like a relationship song, and you didn't do too much about it, so I just want to touch on the verse that talks about lightning strikes on cue and that thing. I'm going to try to say it again because it takes me, I can't get it.
It's a tongue twister for sure.
But he literally says, I liken our fight to 2 lightning strikes on cue. So he's saying we're fighting. We're like butting heads basically. And both of our points are right. Our lightning is striking at the same point because we both have a good point.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So, right when the storm hits, it's that spot right when it hits, everything blows up, right? It says sight sets, right set. So our sights are set on the right thing. We both believe that we have the right point, and we're trying to find that circumstantial proof, those pieces to put it all together to prove that we are correct. And circumstantial proof is proof that basically goes towards like motive. It's not logical proof, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like DNA evidence. It's like showing that like, oh, you said this in an email so many times. This is proof that you wanted this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not exact proof, but it's like.
Well, I think I think if you use my example of a conversation with God, there's religious undertones and words in their music, but are you really committing to it? Is what God's saying. Like, you say, entertain my faith, and you say these things, but are you in church every Sunday? Are you praying? Are you talking to me as much as you should?
Right.
So that, I think that's similar. And then in your actual platonic or otherwise relationship example, I think that happens as well.
Right. So it's that particular verse to me that like really drives it home relationship wise. Like we've had fights like this all the time. We both feel like our path is the right way. We both feel like our argument is correct. And sometimes we might think like, okay, maybe this is just it. Like maybe we should just forget it. But ultimately we know that this is right, and we, still believe in each other. But yeah, it's just like that. I see your heart break every time kind of a thing. Like, you're breaking the person's heart, but you just do it anyway sometimes because you're stubborn or whatever. So sports song, relationship song to me.
Yeah. It's kind of like the sploosh button. You don't particularly like it, but you know that like we need to do it.
Sure.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
You're going to cut the line to my sploosh button, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Great
So
job.
good.
Great episode.
Woo! God, that was very loud.
Well, what do you think? Do you think we accomplished our goal of breaking down drag path like the fans in real time asked us to do? Did we do a good enough job of that video?
Yeah.
I think there's still a lot to learn. Obviously, people are going to dissect it and take it apart. But again, I welcome all of you to the comments, to the DMs everywhere, to let us know that we're stupid or we're smart. we got it right, we got it wrong, please let us know, because especially with Tally, and I feel very strongly about that song and how it ties to other things. I want to know if I was close or if I'm way off base, and I want to know what you think, because like we've said many times, and I think it's funny that you say, I know it's not a sports song. No, you don't.
Well,
that's how your
I
brain
think
sees it, and so that's what it has become.
Sure.
All of these songs
right.
become something for someone else, and I think that I've never heard any other band that does that. Like I mentioned My Chemical Romance a lot. Their songs tell a story, but that's the story. There's nothing else you can get from it. These things just expand your mind to so many different possibilities that it's just it's endless. It's great. Yeah. Okay. Good show. Good episode. Show. Let's wrap it up. See you at Innings Festival. And we are Clique Bait, and so are you.
Stay alive, friends.
Show.